What's up, guys? Today we'll be multiplying 2-digit by 2-digit whole numbers using the standard algorithm. Make sure you put the title of this lesson and the date on your paper. Example number 1. Superman saved 47 people in 37 different cities. Man, was he busy. How many people were saved in total? Again, example number 1 says, Superman saved 47 people in 34 different cities. We want to find out how many people did he save in all. So let's set it up. So using our standard algorithm, we're going to start by putting the two numbers we are multiplying in. So we're starting with 47, and we are multiplying it by 34. So you might like to call it the gooseneck, the goose head, but one thing we like to do is organize what we are going to do first. So I'm going to make my turtleneck over 47 times 4 because that is where we're going to start with our multiplication. So now we ask ourselves, what is 7 times 4? You're right, 28. So we're going to put our 8 and carry our 2. Next, we're going to multiply our two 4s. So 4 times 4 is 16, but we cannot forget about our 2. So 16 times 2, 16 plus 2, is 18. So now one thing you cannot forget is about the pregnant chicken. And the pregnant chicken, she's ready to lay her goose egg, and she cannot wait to let it go. So you have to be just like her and not forget your goose egg or your placeholder, because now we multiplied the ones place and we're going to move to the tens place. So now I'm going to make another turtle neck over 47 times 3 or 47 times 30, because that's what we are doing next. So the first two numbers we're going to multiply is our 7 times 3. And 7 times 3 is 21. So we're going to put our 1 and we're going to carry our 2. Now one thing I like to do so I do not get confused is to cross out what I've already used. And we can even shut out this 4 right here because we're done with him. So now we're going to multiply 4 times 3. And 4 times 3 is 12, but we cannot forget our 2. So 12 plus 2 is 14. So now that we have our two partial products, all we have to do now is add. So, what is 8 plus 0? It's 8. What is 8 plus 1? 9. And we have 1 plus 4, which is 5. And we're going to bring down our 1. So our answer is 1,598. Let's keep going. Example number 2 says, there are 23 calories in one candy bar. How many calories are there in 42 candy bars? Wow, that's a lot of calories. So the question says there are 23 calories in one candy bar, and we are trying to figure out how many calories are there in 42 candy bars. Let's set it up. So we're going to start by putting the two numbers that we're multiplying. We're going to set it up using our standard algorithm. So we're going to plug in our 42. And we're multiplying it by 23. Let's not forget our goosenecks or goose heads to organize our information. goose turtle, whatever you like to call it. So we're going to start with 2 times 3, which is 6. And next we have 4 times 3, which is 12. So our first partial product is 126. Now moving right along to our second group. And we cannot forget our hen who's ready to drop that egg. So go ahead and drop your egg or your placeholder because we're moving to the tens place. So now we're going to multiply 2 times 2, which is 4. And then 4 times 2, which is 8. Now that we have our 2 partial products, we're just going to put them together and add. So now 6 plus 0 is 6. 2 plus 4 is 6. And 1 plus 8 is 9. So our answer is 966. Let's keep trucking. A carpenter sells 38 chairs in one day. Each chair costs $23. How much money does the carpenter make? So I'm going to read it one more time. A carpenter sells 38 chairs in one day. Each chair costs $23. How much money does the carpenter make? So again, we have our 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication, and we're going to go ahead and plug it in. Alright, let's go ahead and make our goose next. Doing our 38 times 3. And now 8 times 3 is 24. We're going to put our 4 and carry our 2. 3 times 3 is 9. But we can't forget our 2. So 9 plus 2 is 11. So our first partial product is 114. So now we got to be that hen and drop that egg or our placeholder because we're moving on to our tens place. So next we're going to multiply 38 times 2 or 20. So now we're going to do 8 times 2, which is 16. We're going to put our 6 and carry our 1. Now remember, I like to cross out what I've already used so I will not get confused. So now 3 times 2 is 6. We can't forget our 1. So 6 plus 1 is 7. So now that we have our 2 partial products, let's add them up. 4 plus 0 is 4. 1 plus 6 is 7. And 1 plus 7 is 8. Our answer is 874. So now for your bring back to school problem. Write this on the left side of your notebook, solve it, and we'll discuss it in the morning. At a basketball game, there were 37 rows of bleachers. 28 people were sitting in each row. How many people were sitting in the bleachers? I look forward to seeing your answers tomorrow. Yeah! Go Simba.